You reached that too late. It's too late.
Hey, what's up, players and playerettes? Let's talk about intent, the problem of intent. What is intent? Are you showing enough intent? Do you have intent? Does she know you have intent? Does he like you back? All these crazy problems. So today we're gonna break down what intent is and tell you the right amounts of it and the wrong amounts of it. One of the problems you probably face is that you show too much intent and you creep people out. That's what happens. Too much intent is a bad thing. So I'm gonna show you how to not go over the line. You've been lied to, my friend, and the lie you've been told is this over and over again. You're being lied to and you don't even know it. The lie is intent is a good thing. Well, I'm actually here to tell you that intent is a very, very, very bad thing. And showing too much intent can blow you out and just make your interactions go nowhere. Whether you're male, female, dog, cat, horse, unicorn, you name it. Too much intent is a bad thing and scares people away. So I'm gonna show you today what the right amount is and how to fix your intent problems. So what is intent? What does it even mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Daddy Madison's here to help you out. Intent just means a shorter version of the word intentions. I mean, showing a desire that you want something or communicating to another person that you have a intention. Now, in a self-development way, intentions could be just things that you would write down in the morning, part of your daily ritual. I have an intention today to work out. I have an intention today to call my family. I have an intention today to be positive and show gratitude. So you can set your intentions for the day. But in a dating context, intentions just means the intention that you want somebody. You can have many intentions as well. You can have an intention to run away. You can have an intention to embarrass yourself. And the problem comes usually when you have too many intentions and they cross over each other. But for now, let's talk about the intentions to have a romantic or sexual relationship with somebody and communicating that intent to them. Making sure that they understand that there is an intention and it is clear what you would like to do with that. Okay, so it's not just enough for them to know that you're interested. It's like, all right, where is this going? What's this all about? What's in it for me? What's in it for them? So let's talk about why it's so important and some of the problems you're most likely having. First problem is you're ashamed. Most people that I work with come from a very religious background, very reserved background, had maybe a very strict family. They're not good at expressing themselves. Maybe in your life you expressed yourself to somebody at school or at work and you told them that you were interested and then it came back and bit you in the ass and you were just embarrassed from it. Maybe that's been your course of situations in your life. You've just been just hurt and ashamed of it. So you really don't like to express yourself in that way. Because of that, you have great conversations, conversation man, as we would say, conversation chats forever that go nowhere because people love a great conversation. They'll talk to you all night, they'll talk to you on the phone, and then you finally say, I'm interested, and they go, I thought this was just a friendly chat, and it goes nowhere. And where do you end up? Wah, wah, wah. The good old friend zone once again, and that's the story of your life. Have you been there before? Does that road suck? Have we been there too many times? I feel your pain, I know what it's like. Let's get you out of it. So we hate that hellhole of no intent. We've been down that road. We know what that looks like. What about the other side? You're thinking showing a lot of intent would just solve all my problems. That's also wrong, okay? Because showing too much intent without having any comfort or relating is being a player, essentially. You know the guy, right? Walks up, he's all smooth. He's instantly trying to get inside everybody's pants and everybody knows it. And doesn't want to know their name or where they're from or what they want in life or what makes them happy. He's just straight in there, just going for it, right? And that's a player. And it's very easy to kind of spot this person. This person like usually online who wants to get a phone number right away or wants a person to come over to the house for a date with no comfort. And none of those things are wrong, by the way. Going to somebody's house for a date isn't necessarily bad. It could be It's risky in some situations, but isn't necessarily bad. Getting a phone number right away isn't necessarily bad if you communicated what you want to have happen, but it gives a signal that this person has too much intent and doesn't really care about me. They're just going for the finish line and trying to, score the goal, so to speak, all right? So we don't want that either because it sends the wrong signal. The correct answer is going to be somewhere in the middle. It's got to be a balance. So what we're really looking for is some sort of calibration, a balance between the two, right? We're not trying to go too far to one extreme of no intent or too far to the extreme of too much intent. We're trying to figure out what is the right amount to have and what's the right time to be expressing it so that people can understand it relates to them very well. That's the intelligence part, the calibration that we're looking for. If you don't get the calibration right, first of all, you're gonna be giving away all of your power. You're gonna be saying to people, hey, this is, I like you and deal with it. And they're like, well, I know nothing about you and I don't really care. I have nothing invested into this, so peace out, right? Also, there's no mystery, there's no charm to it. People don't always wanna know what's going to happen next. It makes it interesting if they don't know. It's like a movie or a mystery, right? People watch the movie because they're like, oh, what's gonna happen at the end? If you know the conclusion, you're not gonna watch it all the way to the end. So it takes away all the mystery. It's also like a game of poker. In a game of poker, there's no game to be played if you take all your cards and you go, I have this card, this card, this card. You show all your cards, right? If you put all your cards on the table, there's no mystery, there's no interest. So in a way, intent will ruin that if you have too much of it. That's why we gotta calibrate it. Also, think of the dynamic that it sets up, right? What your dating situation would be like, or your relationship would be like if you had too much intent or you didn't show it the right way. The other person knows they're completely in control, they're completely in power. That's not interesting to them. They know it's gonna happen. So therefore they take you for granted. They take all of your effort for granted. They take all of your intent for granted. And then they just gradually find themselves losing interest, just getting bored, just not checking in every now and then, and it just goes to shit. Think of that. You don't want that to happen, right? Also, if you show intent the wrong way or too much of it, you're gonna get less attractive people in your life. Okay, so think of it this way. Intent is great if you're a beginner, and because usually you don't show intent, you're just shy and ashamed. So intent will get you from 0 to 5. It'll get the ball rolling. It'll get you out of your shell, expressing yourself, which is good. But at a more intermediate and advanced level, let's say 5 to 10, intent isn't what you want, because showing too much of it will do the opposite. It's gonna be more subtle and more communicated under the radar. So let's talk about the solution to your problem, all right? It's gonna be this. I'm interested in you, but I'm not sure. That's the frame you wanna have, all your interaction. That's kind of the limits you wanna set. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you wanna say, hey, I'm interested in you, but I'm not sure. Like I could be, but I don't know. That could be through showing intentions, but then backing away and saying maybe that person's not right for you. That could be like maybe flirting a little bit, but then being like, I'm not ready for anything right now. Going back and forth and playing with that dynamic, okay? So you're showing intention, but you're also withdrawing it. Showing, withdrawing it. That keeps the mystery going. Another thing that you could possibly do is just be a sexual and sensual person all the time. Not like I'm attracted to you sexually, I want you sexually, it's gonna happen, it's gonna be on. More like, I'm just a sexual person. I enjoy sexual clothing, maybe you have a V-neck, maybe you talk about an amazing scene in a movie that you saw, not a pornography, but just a movie. Maybe you tell a dirty joke, right? You heard from a comedian, it's just like hilarious about like, let's say guys that shave or guys that don't shave or something like that. And you just heard that was really hilarious, made you laugh. And so you're expressing your sexuality just as a human being in your voice tone, the way that you look at people, the jokes that you tell and things like that. And it comes across in that way rather than having to blatantly say, I am interested in you. The person kind of just feels that you might be interested in them, but you can also pull back at any time and you're a sensual person overall, okay? So that's how you solve it. You wanna convey this sub-communication and convey this message into framing in all of your interactions, whether you're male or female, to show intent, all right? Thank you very much for watching. Share this video with a friend if you have not already. Press the share button down below. Send it to somebody you know can benefit from this content information. Keep the channel going. Also put those notifications on because you will not get notified of new content unless you press that notification bell because YouTube kind of sucks right now. I'm a coach at heart. My main business is not on YouTube. I do this just to share the message and hopefully get this army going of motivated and intelligent, encouraged people with the right content, all right? Which is yourself. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.